Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to another live here at 2 o'clock with Kelly. I am the owner here at Girl UPcycled Studio. And we're still doing business, mostly online. However, we are able to do, if you need to come in for a gift, just let me know. We can schedule you to come in. And usually, just be yourself in here with me. So let me know, reach out to me if you do need to pop in at any time, because the hours are not the normal right now. So I want to make sure if you do come to town that I don't miss you. Okay, so give me a heads up, maybe give me like a few hours notice or the day before, and let me know you're going to be in town. Make sure I'm here so that I can meet up with you. Okay, other than that, we're still doing all business online. You can find everything at girlupcycledstudio.com. Hello, Renee and Georgia from the UK. So good to see you. We're going to be doing a little upcycle today. It's a little side table, bedside table. You could put this in, I would think, in a TV room or anything. It has storage, there's a drawer, and all that good stuff. The colors that I'm going to use the DIY paint color from Debis Design Diary. I'm going to start off with weathered wood, and I'm going to start that off doing the top. And I'm not sure if I can get the whole thing finished today, so we may have to finish some of it tomorrow. We'll kind of wait and see how it goes. If you are brand new here, welcome. Make sure that you give me a shout out and tell me your name and all that good stuff so I can get to know you a little bit better, okay? We are doing a challenge right now, a challenge marathon, 30 days live at 2 o'clock every single day. So if you want to learn about furniture painting techniques, if you have questions on your own projects, or if you want to give ideas of upcoming projects during the marathon, let me know and I will put it on the list, okay? Right now, again, I'm using weathered wood. This is just a beautiful base to put down. Now, I do have plans to do a finish on the top of this. But right now, I just wanted to do a nice top coat. This is the perfect vintage piece to paint because it had a lot of bumps and bruises, and usually the pieces that, not usually, actually all the time, the pieces that I paint are pieces that maybe have some damage. There's molding broken. Maybe there's different things that are wrong with it. And I just like to take those and I like to give them a new, fresh look, because most of these items, I think they're just made better than most of the things that we find brand new, frankly. I mean, that's why it's been around so long, right? So that is exactly what I've done here. This is just a little vintage side piece. I have two of these exactly the same. Hi, my Michelle. Hello. Hey, hi, Annette. How are you? Yes. Michelle will be dropping links to all of these products. So if you do forget what I said I was using, you can always just look down in the feed and she is posting that for me. And I so appreciate that, Michelle. Thank you so much. So let me get this on real good. I have to say, so I did try, there's a product out there, and I don't want to say the name or anything, but it was a product that it was kind of supposed to be kind of like natural wood. And honestly, once I got it on there, I didn't see any difference between that product and the chalk style paints that are out there. The chalk style paints, dry just as hard, and it was a product that I was thinking about getting, and so I always try everything before I get it in. And you know, if it's a top of the line, if it's something that's, you know, I thought it sounded like it would be a pretty good, uh, you know, pretty helpful, but I really didn't see any difference um, in it. So I'm going to paint right over that weathered wood, and then I'm going to do a top finish on top of that weathered wood color. Maybe, like I said, I don't know if I have time to do that today. I did apply that with my Paint Pixie Dusty brush, and you can tell I just like slapped it on there, got it on there pretty quick. When I use different colors like this, the real dark color for the top, I don't want to blend it into what I'm going down here, so I didn't want to use the same brush. Okay, so let's start on to the body of this. The body of this one, you guys, I am going to start with what I refer to as the unsung hero, okay? This is Skeleton Key. If you have not used Skeleton Key, this is, again, Debis Design Diary, clay-based, all-natural paint. This color, and it was pretty dry. I mean, it was pretty thick when I opened this lid up. And I just poured a little water back in it, remixed it, and then it reactivated, and it's good to go. So there's really no waste involved. So hello, Kim. Hi, Melanie. Agreed, 100%. Have you seen Dangerous Dressers? No. What is that, Melanie? Dangerous Dressers. Okay, and again, I am using a Paint Pixie brush again, but this one is actually a synthetic brush. The synthetic, let me just give you a little information on the difference. The synthetic brushes are used to show less brush strokes. I don't know if y'all knew that. And the natural bristles show more texture and show more brush strokes. So start with this, and I'm just going to slap it on there. Just slapping it on here. I want to get a nice, isn't that pretty? Now, I have to say, I did not carry this for the longest time, and here's why. And here's why you don't ever want to go just buy a color swatch on a computer or a color swatch that you have that's a digital. You always want to go buy a natural, real color swatch. But I was looking at this digitally, and I know better. But I was like, oh my goodness, this just seems, at that point, it seems so close to Farm Fresh that I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to carry another color that's that close. Well, then I don't even know why. I just broke down and got it one day just because I was adding to, I actually carry every single product now, but wanted to add to my list and try some new things. And oh my gosh, you guys, I love this so much. I love it. And so that's why I call it the unsung hero, because I feel like it doesn't get enough credit, and I don't see a lot of people using it. So it's so pretty. It's the reason I love it is that sometimes it'll look gray, and then sometimes it looks maybe a little more greenish, and sometimes it looks a little more blue, and it just depends on the lighting that it is in or what kind of decorations you have around it. Will kind of change the colors, and I love paint like that. I love paint that kind of like moves and changes according to the different colors that you have around it. So Jill, you do not need to sand. I did not sand. Let me just tell you real quick. I just took my little mixture. Sometimes I use simple green, but this is just, I ran out of it. And so I just took a little Dawn and water, mixed it up, and so that makes my degreaser, sprayed it down real good, and voila, I'm painting. Okay, so there are different times that you may want to use, let's say like if you were doing this in white, and you see how dark the stain is, and it almost has a reddish hue to it. And it's very old. It has lots of tannins and things like that that will come out from the wood when it gets wet. So you would want to use a stain blocker, which I have Salvation Solution, do have more ordered, but you would want to use some kind of primer before, okay? I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to use this is going to be my base color. And I love, it has 2 storage cubbies, and I may paint a different color inside. What do you all think? Do you think I should paint something a little bit brighter inside? I'm thinking that could be fun. And I kind of like that in a room when you have a piece that has a lot of depth inside it. If you put a lighter color or brighter color inside, it kind of lightens it up, makes it pop. I went ahead and took the hardware off. The hardware was really in bad shape on this, so I just took it off. I might do a little mint chip inside. Wait, what are we getting? Some suggestions? Yes, I want to hear your suggestions. Those of you that use paint, see what y'all say. And you guys, I'm not too concerned about brush strokes right now or anything. And there are ways that you can kind of eliminate your brush strokes by adding water and that sort of thing. Hello, Karen from West Virginia. How are you? Melanie says yes for a pop of color. Marcia wants to see bright yellow. Mint chip, says Christine. So Cowgirl Coral, says Melanie. So some of the other colors that I'm thinking about using inside this painting are going to be mint chip and probably just a little tiny touch of old 57. Because I can't get enough of old 57. Apparently I cannot get enough of that. So a nice little piece, right? Has dovetailed drawers. It's just hard to find pieces that are made nice like this. So why not just make the best of what we already have out there, right? You may already have a piece in your home that's just made really nice, and this style of paint, this is clay-based paint. It is a chalk style, but it's clay-based, and it just adheres, and it really just kind of, after it cures, it is on there. It's an easy paint to use. This is why it's so popular right now. Everybody's going with the chalky paints, right? Down here, did you hear my knees? That would be my knees. I don't know if I need to change the angle of the camera. Make sure you get your little legs painted. Again, if you missed the beginning of this, I'm going to be doing lives every single day at 2 for at least 30 days. It's my first time doing a challenge like this. So I would love for ideas of what you would like to see and you would like to learn, okay? Because I'm doing this for all of you. So if there's something you're curious about, somebody asked for pink flamingos. They wanted to know how to paint pink flamingos yesterday. So I thought that was funny. So let me erase this. I'm gonna go ahead and paint the back legs just for, I don't normally paint the backs. Do you? I'd love to hear all of you paint the backs. Sometimes I'll sign the backs if it's, you know, a custom or people request it. Sometimes I'll put my signature out there if they want it. Quick, so quick. That's one coat already on there, right? And we have been, how long? 15 minutes. So we've already done the top and whole coverage in 15 minutes. And you can see how well it covered, right? What does it look like to you? Does this look like it's gray? Does it look blue to you? Are you seeing any greens? It's looking more on the blue and gray tone to me right now. Still a little bit wet. Let me hit this with the dryer while I answer some questions. Kim says it looks blue. Periwinkle. Oh, that's interesting because no, it's not periwinkle at all. But Marcia's saying blues, blue grays for Jill. Yes, Julie, this is Skeleton Key, the unsung hero, I think, because it's beautiful and I hardly see anybody use it. I personally use it a lot. It's a beautiful undertone, changes color. I love it. Michelle says, I love this color, gray with blue tones. Can you do one of your clay IOD chandeliers? Christine, will put that on the list and I'll get that done. I actually have a chandelier set aside that I was going to do something to. So that'll be a great live. Melanie says, I use a neutral colored cabinet paint on the backs usually, just so it looks finished. Oh, that's very cool. Old 57 might be your signature color. It is. It is. I just cannot, I feel like it's a sickness. Yeah, I thought about sea glass too, but I don't have a lot of it. So I didn't want to use that. Mint chip, so it's pretty. Okay. Sadia, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. She says she would like staging ideas. That would be fun. Melanie Mel says, I save my DIY paint for the fronts. Looks bluish or gray. Make sure I... Well, I guess it is kind of the same color as my eyes. Federal blue. Sadia says, I paint the back for a nice clean look if the back is kind of damaged. Yeah. Now, that is something that I'd like to say is I do paint the entire inside and out. There goes my phone. I might have to turn that off. Sometimes if it has been in a home and I catch a smell of some sort, I usually try not to buy stuff that has any kind of smell, but sometimes you don't, when it gets wet and you start painting it, that sometimes you can kind of smell a little bit of something. So there's situations like that in where I would go ahead and completely seal, and I would even go ahead and use a primer, which is the Salvation solution, on a piece like that, and that will seal in any kind of tannins that might come out, as well as any kind of smells or just any kind of faint if you're not sure of. Put that sealer on it and it's going to just boom, it's going to seal that right in there. Hi Tanya, how are you? Mary says faded burlap inside for a more classic look, or orange crush for a pop. I kind of like that idea with the faded burlap too. So I'm going to turn my phone off real quick. I usually try to do that before I go live. Does the clear Salvation solution leave any texture? I mean, it shouldn't be any more than it probably is less than what your paint is, actually. Your paint's going to have more texture, brush strokes than your solution one. Okay, so we're good. My next color I'm going to grab is Mint Chip. And I don't really know that I've used, I don't know. I think I've used these colors together, maybe not with the old 57 in this, but we'll just see. You know how I am. It's kind of like it's just paint, and if we don't like it, right, we can change it. I hope you guys are enjoying all of the lives, and hope you're getting a lot out of it. Let me find my lid. So one thing I'm bad about is I get to talking and then I leave my lids off sometimes, okay? That's probably not very good. I'm gonna just kind of blend this in. We'll see how it's gonna look. I think it'll be pretty. Can you guys see okay? I don't know if I'm finding myself very much looking forward. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I'm kind of just going all over the place on here. I'm going to wet this down a little bit more. You can reactivate this, which is what I'm doing. And it'll kind of slightly blend. But I do like getting that base coat in there first, okay? Go ahead and I'm going to dip back into a little bit into my original color, my skeleton key, and I'm going to start blending from the edges back out. I'm going to add a little water in there. And then you just kind of play around with it a little bit. The skeleton key, again, I feel is even though it has some slight color to it, it's still a little bit of a neutral, if that makes sense. I feel like it would match a lot of different styles of decor and home and all that. I'm going to switch. Get my other brush. I'm going to switch back over to my other brush because it's a little bit bigger. What is the spray? The spray is just simply water. And you're just going to blend. Go back into the mint chip. Basically just want to keep going back and forth until there is no definite line. See how the lines are kind of disappearing You can add as you want to. And I feel like I'm standing in front of the camera. I hope I'm not. So I am streaming from a different app to where I can't really use my phone right now. But I think it's doing a better job as far as the lives go. Nice and soft, right? Let's do a little tiny bit of Old 57. Let me grab a plate. See what happens. Like I said, I don't think I've used this with it before, but ooh, I like it. So now it's really making it look. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of, just kind of play with it. When you are doing this blending method, you kind of just want to get your first one started, and then as you do your other side, you want to keep referring back. You want to make sure that it's consistent in the application, right? Maybe you could also do some stamping on some pillowcases like you did on the tote. I would love to learn that. That's perfect, Christine. I actually have some an extra pillowcase that here already that I could do that with. Thanks, Judith. Hello, my friend, Miss Kristen. Okay, I think I got all the questions. And if you're wondering about what colors I'm using, just look into the comment section. I love, love, love it. It's very subtle and soft, isn't it? It's just a very soft, subtle look. I love it. So you can just kind of play around back and forth with it until you get it right. And, right meaning if it feels, if you're feeling it, because you know how it is. There's no right or wrong. It's just kind of what you're loving. So I'm kind of doing the outer is going to be darker. Then the middle is the mint chip, and then that very center is going to be your Old 57, right? And you just kind of keep working it. I will say, if you want to see less brush strokes, you just simply give it a little bit of a squirt there. Give it a second to activate, okay? Just give it a second and let it kind of activate with the water, because it is clay-based paint. When you add water, right? We add water and we can wet distress with it and all that. Same with the blending. Add that water, step back just for a few seconds, let it absorb, and then you can kind of just come in and just smooth it a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do the same down here. And you can kind of just hit it a little bit, just to highlight it a little bit with this lighter Old 57. I'm just going to lightly touch it in there. Give it a little subtle look. I do have a commission that came in yesterday, and it's going to be a fun piece. It's a pretty tall, it's not real wide or big, but it's tall and skinny. It's like a secretary with a tall back on it. So I will be working on that at some point too. Okay, I had to vacuum mud up. Okay, she said you answered. Christine loves that. Yeah, very subtle, isn't it? I'm pretty happy with where it's going right now. Like I said, you just go back in. If it starts to get too bright on you, just go back in, add the other colors, and just back and forth, okay? So now that you see this finished, not finished, but you know, you see the colors, I'm going to pull it up close. And I'm going to see what you think. What do you think for the inside colors? Do you think I should go with the mint chip or should I go with the neutral? Somebody mentioned faded burlap, so I have faded burlap right here. That could be nice. So this is what that would look like against it. I think that could be pretty too on the inside of the openings. Hey girl, hey. You need to get in here, Miss Erin. So that could be pretty. And then here's the mint chip. So what do you think? Should we do a more neutral or a mint chip in the inside? I like them both. I guess it just depends on the person, right? I'm thinking Old 57 might be a little bit too. So we got to vote for faded burlap. Joining late. That's okay. So let me, Michelle says mint. I'm going to have to take the, okay, so I'll show you. The colors are slightly more muted on your screen than what I'm seeing in real life. So, so this is just a little stand, like a bedroom stand. I think you could put it really anywhere. And so we're talking about what colors to do on the inside. You can't, okay, Miss Michelle, you can't vote more than once. Michelle, Miss Michelle. She's so funny. So, okay, how many votes do we have? We have, because I'm gonna start painting the inside of this. Okay, we have one for faded burlap. We have one for mint. 2 burlap. 3 burlap. 2 mint. 2 mint, 3 burlap. Oh, 3 burlap. 4 mint chip. Christine says French. 5 burlaps. Okay, we got 6 votes for burlap, so we're going to do burlap inside. Burlap for the win. Whoop, whoop. But I mean, I hope you guys have tried. If you've not tried the paint blending yet, that's a very, very, you can tell, very, very subtle way to do the paint blending. You know, pulling in some neutrals with it, but yet still incorporating a little bit of color. This is perfect for those of you that love farmhouse. We have a lot of people in our area here in Ohio that love the farmhouse look. This would be beautiful with the farmhouse, guys. Okay. All right. So let's get this started. Let me find a brush. Let's see. I'm gonna have to wash this out real quick. then we'll just go in with the faded burlap. You know what I might do on this one, just for fun? I might go in with a bright pop on the drawers, and maybe I'll do like the mint chip or one of the bright ones on the inside. That way it's a little more less intrusive for people that, you know, there's a lot of people that aren't comfortable going quite that bright yet, and that'll give them a little way to have color, a little bit of happy when they open that up, right? A little surprise. Have to go. We'll see you, Kim. Thanks for hanging out. Mint chip is bright. It's just brighter than. Oops. Here, let me show you. So this is mint chip. So it's pretty bright. I mean, in a good way, compared to the faded burlap. So this is definitely brighter. This is more neutral, right? I like all the colors. Let's see, I think the inside of that needs to be skeleton key. Probably not the, actually I want the other brush, I think. This. I'm from the Southwest. Mint chip is a paste. I'm from SW. Wait a minute, what's SW? What is SW? What am I missing? Are you saying Southwest? This bigger brush is a little bit better. Actually, I'm gonna grab a chair so I can see. See up in here. Southwest. Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about. Oh, love the Southwest. Okay. Faded burlap is so pretty. It has a really nice, warm kind of a tone to it. If you saw the floral armoire that I did, I used this as the base, and it does, man, and it looks beautiful with it because of that warmth, right? So you can tell this is already starting to brighten the inside of this up. Tell you what, doing all these lives are certainly going to get me to paint faster, because I'm not, usually I take my time, I paint, and then I look at it, and then yeah. Probably reading YouTube comment. Yeah. Yeah, I am on YouTube and Facebook. Miss Kristen. I am doing 30 days live at 2. I'll probably paint like up in the inside of this maybe too. I don't know. I'll have to see. Goes great together. Okay. Oop, I missed a cobweb. Y'all didn't see that, did you? Yep, I thought she was, but didn't know where I was watching from. I like to keep you on your toes, you know. I don't even really worry about my brush strokes on this first little coat here. Are y'all opened up where you're at? Okay, I got a dilemma. It's a dilemma. This goes all the way out. So, that's a dilemma. I'm gonna have to maybe paint the front of this. I don't know. What should I do? You guys ever had that happen? Think about that. This ledge goes all the way out. I think I'll just do the whole thing this color and call it a day. There, problem solved. Good girl, you're a boss. I used to do at the same time. I'm going backwards. I don't know. Hi, Nadine. How are you, my sweet friend? I don't know, Christine. Why are you going backwards? Yeah, I just decided with the whole, like, as Debbie Beard calls it, the situation. I've adopted that. The situation going on, that it would be nice just to continue to work and do our thing, and it's just a good for me anyways, it's a good opportunity to do my lives in the afternoon, because normally any other time in my life I would be open for the public and people, you know, so I can't always do my lives. And so while things are, you know, even though I'm taking customers in, it's more controlled now, and it's actually working. I'm enjoying it. That way I know when people are going to be here, and I can do all my work online, and I can serve all of you, and just, it's working out. So, yeah. So that's just when things happen that are negative, God always has ways of turning it into a positive, right? One way or another. Not everything, I know, but there's good things that can come from bad things, for sure. I totally believe that. It's taken me longer to do the inside of this than the outside. Look how pretty it is. It's drying. Really liking the softness of it. It's taking more time for the inside. I don't do a lot of painting on the insides for this reason. I am open. Just by like appointment, just call me. Yeah, or if I'm here and I'm not live, you can come in if I'm not doing a live. So, are you coming this way, Nadine? Yeah, it's just awkward painting the insides of these, isn't it? But it's going to be worth it. It's going to be cute. It'll be very cute. Okay, so you can tell it already brightened it up. And then I will paint, like, this little molding goes all the way in the inside, and that'll be painted the skeleton key. Yes, girl, I started on portraits live on YouTube. Awesome. 2 birds, 1 stone. Dion's idea. Yeah, she's full of the awesome, awesome ideas. Love the color combination. Thank you. Yeah, I think we made the right choice with the inside of that, huh? Okay, let's wash that out again, and we'll get to working on the rest of this business here. Live helps me be accountable to finish pieces and give some structure, right, Kelly? It does. And I was saying that yesterday when I was doing, oh, did you guys see the live yesterday? It was so cute. I had my sister on, and we did these cute little gnomes. He's going to be a while before he's dry. But I was saying that it's really made me create a lot more. And I don't get a ton of creating time because when you're open and working with customers, I love working with customers, but then you don't get to create as much, right? Love to come and see you. Going to Switzerland soon. Awesome. You be careful, girlie. Right? I'm going to wash these out real quick. I just have buckets of water. I don't have water in here. You do what you do, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. It has been really, really enjoyable to be able to go live in the afternoons rather than when waiting until it's evening, because that way I've been able to go and like yesterday I was able to go do something with my sister, meals with my family. So I'm enjoying this a little bit because I've missed a lot of dinners with my family since the business has been opened. And those of you that are mamas, that mama guilt, right? I really need to learn how to cook. She made me the most incredible mug. Oh, yes. You are? For my sister? Oh my gosh. You're doing a collab with her? What are you guys doing? She didn't tell me. Did not know she was your sister. What are you guys doing? She didn't tell me. Okay. So let's get my colors out. Let's see, I've got my there. Being only online is, yeah, it is, right? Yes, indeedy, it is. Okay, let's do another quick coat of my base color Skeleton Key. Do you guys remember what I said? I refer to Skeleton Key as what? I'm quizzing you. This is where I really need like a little tiny, let me grab an art brush. I'll grab Dion's brush. It's Dion's brush. Does anybody remember? What do I call Skeleton Key? Let's see if you've been listening. I'm quizzing you. Oops. You didn't see Nothing to see here, folks. Michelle? If nobody gets it, Michelle, then you're going to have to say, you guys better be listening. What do I call Skeleton Key? What am I going to call as I sing? Yes, unsung hero. Last sung hero. That's close. Yes. Unsung hero is Skeleton Key. In my opinion, it's so pretty, right? And why do I have this brush? It's because I just want to cut in on this little molding that goes inside. Cut into it. And it just makes it easy. I'm using Dion's little edger. Her little edge brush is good for art and also cutting in these little areas like I'm doing right now. I do sell her brushes, however, I only have one lonely little pack left. It comes with a full pack of different size brushes. And they're wonderful. Okay. So I'll hit this too while I'm at it. Definitely will need another coat on the inside, but I'm really happy with the neutral inside of it being neutral. I think it'll be a really, I think it'll be a quick sell. I think it'll appeal to the masses. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Okay. Let me try to something on there. I was going really, really fast up until I started painting the inside of this thing, huh? Skeleton Key is one of my favorites, but I am a farm fresh gal. Yeah, I almost used farm fresh today. Here's a little secret, Miss Heather. This is top notch blended with farm fresh. Mind blown, right? If you've not tried it, you gotta. So good. All right, enough of that. So I'm gonna go on to my other layers. Okay, so next is mint chip. I'm just gonna dip in there. So rubbing that in. A little bit here. A little here. Awesome. Yeah. Do you have both of these, Heather? Miss Heather. Really good. Kind of lately. I think I'm going to switch over. I'm going to spray. Yep. Awesome. All right. And I'm going to use this just to kind of blend it out a little bit. Okay. See how that just blended? Just kind of basically want to make sure that you get rid of those harsh lines. Okay. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of the old 57. That's when the magic happens, right? Mm-hmm. Very subtle. And the only colors I don't have are beadboard and pedal pusher. I don't use pedal pusher a ton. Hillbilly blue is the same as pedal pusher, so you have pedal pusher. So yeah, so I think you're good with that. So I'm just gonna try to go ahead and blend. And like I said, you want to get rid of some of the brush strokes. You just spray it with your water. Step back for a second. You want to make sure that it's not dripping. I mean, unless you, of course, want the drippy look. Give it a second. Make sure you come back to it. If it is dripping, you want to make sure you kind of just blend it out a little bit. But that's really it. I'm kind of going from the edges in as I hold my colors. All right, good enough. All right. What were you going to ask? Oh, if it was the same color? Yes. Yes, it is. So you have all of them. Okay. All right, this one will go pretty quick. It's almost quicker to do, like, oops, stuck my finger in that. Almost quicker to do these bigger sides than it is to do the little angles, I think. Anybody feel the same? Hello, hello. Okay. And how are we doing on time? Oh, good. We're almost at an hour. So I'm trying to keep everything within an hour's time when I'm doing the lives. So, I think we're good because this will go fast, this one. Again, with my base color, skeleton key, and I'm just flinging it everywhere. Because I'm trying to hurry for y'all. All right. Coat on. Some chunks. Be careful. Like you're seeing what I just did. Wipe them off of there. If you paint out of your can, you might get little chunks of the clay sticking to it. So you need to be careful of that. And so what happens is I'm kind of just reworking it and it's reactivating those little chunks and it's eventually starting to blend. But if you're not careful, you can go clear down into your that first layer to the wood. And that's something you probably don't want to do. All right. So we're going to go spray the middle down. And then our mint chip is next. And we're just going to kind of blend. Yeah, I'm really happy with these colors. Like I said, I have not used all three of these colors together yet. So boy, that was really quick. You could even just blend with these two colors and call it a day if you wanted. You don't even really have to do the third if you don't like it. Brianna says, I just got on and saw this is weathered wood. Is there a blue color too? Or is that, okay, weathered wood, hi Bridget, is up on top. So I'm probably gonna wait until tomorrow and I'll come live tomorrow and I will finish the top and I'll let you see that. But that's on top. And then I've got on here, I've got skeleton key, a little bit of mint chip. This is mint chip I'm using right now. And then I'm also using Old 57 because I have a sickness that involves bright turquoise. You can't deny it. You can't deny what you love, right? There's that. I'm going to dip into my Old 57. A little bit of that. I just can kind of work it. And that Old 57 gives it just that little bit of a push, right, on the brightness, right? Just slightly. Like I need to get a little bit darker on the sides, and you just add your dark back into it. Simple as that. Bye, Nadine. Okay, I'll do a little bit of highlights here on the little legs. A little blending. You guys can find all of this on my website. I keep a ton of product in stock, so I really try very, very hard not to run out of anything. So I want to be able to, you know, get everything to all of you when you need it. So that is why I keep a very large stock of both IOD and DIY products in. So if you do need anything, I do ship out. Generally, I'm shipping out once or twice a week. I ship out. So yeah, so if there's something you need, let me know. I'll probably wax this when it's dry, like maybe tomorrow. So tomorrow, look forward to, we'll do a glaze finish tomorrow of some sort on the top of this. And then we'll do a little bit of waxing and we'll get this finished up. But I hope you enjoyed that. If you love all things art related, DIY projects and that sort of thing, you want to make sure that you hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. I so appreciate that. That is a great way to support this small little studio is by subscribing, and you want to make sure you hit the notification button so that you're notified when I get all my new videos uploaded. Okay, and as always, even if you're catching this on a replay, you can just put your question in the comment section below there on YouTube, and I'll get a notification and I can answer any of your questions, okay? So I will see you again tomorrow at 2 o'clock, all right? Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.